What's up, guys? It's Jordan. I'm going to do something a little different today. For those of you that are new to the channel, I've been weight training for over 20 years. I've been running obstacle course races competitively for the last 10, and I've taken all this knowledge and I've put together a series of programs that I call steel rings. The philosophy behind steel rings is broken down into 3 concentric rings. First, you've got the core. These are the foundational movement patterns of the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. The second steel ring is rest pause training. The third outer steel ring, tying it all together, is HIIT conditioning. Today, I want to talk about the first core ring, the foundational movement patterns of the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. In most of my videos, I just talk about whatever comes to mind, but today I'm using my handy dandy notebook to help me stay on track and maybe not ramble quite as much. If you haven't seen it, this is the Steel Rings program. This is my obstacle course racing program. This is when it's printed out. You've got an overview, you've got a calendar. I'm actually going through the program right now. Nutrition guide, daily routines, daily training, recovery, and in the back of every program, you have a notes and a doodle section because when you're training, you might want to take notes and draw some fancy little doodles. On the back, you have an if found section where you can write your contact information. That way, if you leave it, you can have it returned to you. But today, I've got a few talking points. So we're going to talk about the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift, the core steel ring. Let's get started. So the first question is, why do people constantly skip the basics in their training? The bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. These are foundational movement patterns that affect every aspect of your daily life. It seems obvious that you would want to train in these movements. However, a lot of people are looking for something different. They want something unique, something that makes them feel special and that they are doing the latest and greatest exercise. This is how you end up with fitness influencers strapping rubber bands on barbells and hanging chains from them and doing all this stuff. That's all well and good, but it's really more for entertainment than it is for physics. What you really need is resistance. You need to create resistance that you can progressively increase over time. And the best way we've discovered so far to do this is a simple bar that we can load with well-calibrated weighted plates so that we know exactly the number of kilograms or pounds that we're moving, and we can progressively increase it week over week. But people skip this because it doesn't seem interesting. They want to do something that looks cool. They want people to stop and they want to turn heads. We don't want to turn heads in steel rings. We want to get good at training. We want to become stronger. Which brings us to our next question, which is, what makes the bench, squat, and deadlift such important exercises? Okay, these are the movements that we use every day. The bench press, this is a pushing motion. A pushing motion allows you to raise your upper body to get out of bed. It allows you to escape from danger. If you're in trouble and you need to shove something away, you'll use the pressing motion to pick yourself back up if you fall. The squat, the basic squat, is what you use when you sit down and stand up. Get in a chair, get back up again. Let's say you're a hunter and you need to get down on the ground to check a track to see how fresh it is. You need to be able to get in that squat position. Believe it or not, this is one of the motions that many adults can't do. The majority of adults, 25 years and older, can't lower themselves down by their own power into a deep squatting position. That's crazy. And finally, you have the hinging movement from a deadlift. The hinge is used when you pick grocery bags off the ground or pick up your kid. Really, any sort of lifting motion, you're going to use the hinge to get down. Your lower back muscles will contract to straighten your body into an upright position, and combined with your legs, you've heard lift with your legs, not with your back, combined with your legs that you've trained during your squat motion, this is how you become a functional human being. When we train with steel rings, we don't want to only become functional. That's expected. You should be functional. We want to become super functional. We want to get very good at these movements so that we can extend our health span to the end of our life, right up to that last moment when we're lying in our deathbed. The third question, how do steel rings use these movement patterns? In the steel rings growth program, we use a full gym. We will load an actual barbell and do barbell bench presses, barbell squats, barbell deadlifts. But all of the other equipment-based programs will still focus on the movement patterns of these exercises without using a barbell. We might use sandbags or a weight vest or just our own body weight, but we're gonna target these muscle groups. There is no one way, no right way, no perfect way to train your muscles. All they need is resistance and proper technique and form. And that's what we're gonna learn and focus on in each of the programs within the Steel Rings ecosystem. All right, question number 4. What should I do today to start building strength? Well, step 1 is go to steelrings.store, download any of my 4-week equipment-based programs. They are pay what you want. If you want to throw a couple of dollars my way so that I can keep things going on this channel, that's awesome. But if not, or if you can't afford it, that's fine too. Download it for $0. That's okay. I'm good with that. I just want you guys to do it. But you don't even have to wait until then. Stand up right now. Pick one of those 3 movements: the press, the squat, or the hinge. Get into position. Let's just go with the squat for right now. Pick up something heavy, something that's 20 or 30 pounds, and hold it in front of your body. Go down into the deepest squat you can, hold it for 2 seconds, then raise your body back up again. Squeeze, lower down for 1 second, return to the top and squeeze, lower down, raise up, repeat. Set a timer for 4 minutes and do as many repetitions of the squat that you can, or the press, or the hinging movement, a deadlift, whichever one you choose. But pick one, start, and keep going until you can't go anymore, and see how you feel. Congrats, you've learned the core ring of the Steel Ring system, the foundational movement patterns of the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. Watch this video next to learn about the second ring, rest pause training. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you on the next one.